Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, Cyberzone, and I'm Samir. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to talk about artificial intelligence and what the implications are and general introduction to the topic. So yeah, let's get right into it. All right. So the definition of artificial intelligence, right? So let me first check if this changed. All right. Always got a mix here. Okay. So now let's get into the topic a bit. So what is the first thing we'll do, of course, is the definition, right? So what exactly is an artificial intelligence? So you may have that question. So if you just Google this term right here, the main the simplest definition that comes up is it's a for simulated intelligence in machines. So that's what artificial intelligence is. It's intelligence that's not really based on biological stuff, but through the computer. So it is machine kind of intelligence. So that's what an artificial intelligence is. Uh, Intelligence done by computers or thinking process that's built up as a software, as a bunch of algorithms that is carried out by the CPU of the computer. So that's the artificial intelligence. So as we can see now, the one of the fields that's really interesting, in artificial intelligence, of course, machine learning, which is gaining a lot of popularity these days, which is using statistics to teach the computer how to think. So that's machine learning, how to let's say differentiate between, let's say, red or green or blue, or a cat or a dog. So those things are taught in machine learning using statistical analysis and machine learning algorithms. So that's machine learning. And that's another field that's very interesting inside machine learning too. That's called deep learning, which is also very popular nowadays. And that's using a multi-layer of neural networks, concept of neural networks. That is pretty much mapping how the simulating how our brain works, is using the it uses let's say the nodes in neuron, right? The neurons and the how our brain structure works. So how the neurons fire and then communicate with each other. So that is being kind of like mapped in a algorithm and then made into a neural network, and layering that network into different divisions is known as deep learning. And that's the concept here, and it's really good for a lot of tasks, like vision, figuring out the visual data from the pictures and videos. All right, so now you get to the interesting part of what really is the this article what that was written in 2015 in Wait But Why. It's part 1 and part 2, and it describes the artificial intelligence and what is the current scenario and what's going to happen in the future, and also the possibilities and description of AI field in a really good way. So this is a really good article that we read a long time ago, and I'd like to recommend you to read this if you have not yet done so. Some really interesting article. It talks all about the human progress and the timeline, and this is the thing that we're worried about. Like if artificial intelligence suddenly has an explosion, and that will make us pretty much irrelevant. Oh, sorry, my tongue is a bit slipping currently. So today, irrelevant, right? So irrelevant will make us irrelevant, and that's if, but we can't see the future, right? So we may be just naive of what is coming up next. So that's what this chart shows right here with the human progress. And it has a lot of awesome things that you can read. So the timelines, talking about the timelines, and the road to super intelligence. So there are three general classification of the intelligence, artificial intelligence. That's one is the ANI, which is the narrow intelligence, artificial narrow intelligence. ANI, which is what we have currently in cars, in, let's say, in phones and things like that, right? So those are the A and I, and then that's what we're already using. And there's the AGI, which is general purpose intelligence. That is noted here, which could be, that would be able to do all sort of tasks in a general sense. Like it could learn to, let's say, tie shoes, and it could also learn to play piano using the same algorithm, or same sort of let's say the intelligence that it has. So that would be a general intelligence, just like us humans. That has not yet been achieved. And the third one is ASI. So that's the one they're talking about right here. That's super intelligence. So ASI. So that would be way beyond humans, and it would have the capability to do amazing things, extraordinary calculation. It would be best for all sort of things, and it would also surpass humans, of course, and even the greatest scientists we have, like Albert Einstein, even smarter than the top scientists and we had and we have currently. So yeah, that's quite the problem we have, and that's quite alarming, and that's what we are discussing today. So will it be really good, will it be not, right? So those things are really speculation currently, because nobody knows exactly what is going to happen. But we can think about it, ponder about it, and get ready, and always be ready of the future and what's happening. So all right, uh, we can go down here, and these things, of course, it's a very long article, so you can go ahead and read. So the main thing about the second part, let me just go briefly on the second part. It shows you the human intelligence level station, right? So we're thinking, oh hey, AI is arriving, but then we are just thinking it would be slow, but then the AI is coming fast now. Once it's arriving nearby, it's already fast, and then it just passes us our level very fast. That's the uh, reality that's really going to happen. So that's the intelligence staircase that yeah, Tim Urban of this podcast shows. We are just some step difference in DNA from the chimps, and a little bit of intelligence compared to our brain power, and that is giving us a huge advantage between other animals and us, even those monkeys, right? So the staircase is, that's how this intelligence staircase is currently. And then if ASI comes up, our range could be here, and then it could be way multiple times advanced than us. Could be sometimes it could even be like, let's say, a million times better than us. That would be unthinkable level of um, intelligence. So yeah, once we can make an ASI, it could be straight up the intelligence level of intelligence could be straight up. It will just explode. All right, so yeah, this is the life balance beam that he describes, and is we are just balancing on a beam to survive as as humanity. So many times there were times that we could be extinct, just like the dinosaurs went extinct. We could be extinct by an asteroid. We could be extinct by a disease, or anything. So those kind of things comes in the stuff, right? And then once the ASI comes, we could either be extinct or we could be immortal. So it could be a path to immortality to ASI. So it's both. It could be anyway. So nobody knows what is going to happen when we have AI. So that's the main thing here, and the article is really interesting of how the main thing about here is the prediction, right? So when is the AI really going to happen? So most people predict it to be around 2040s, which is like around more or less 22 23 years or 25 years from now. And so and then ASI generally is thought to be there by 2060. So this is just of course an assumption, but then since technology is progressing in an exponential rate, things could be AI could be the AGI could be coming pretty soon. That's what the really the thought is by the top people, the top scientists and thinkers. All right. So when there are of course different camps of who are really worried about AI, who are afraid that it may lead us to extinction, and there are some who say it's going to be really good. Why are people afraid? It could be also a good path in our future. So it could bring us to immortality, right? The difference between it's a good life and it's going to be totally the extension of us is exaggeration. It could be somewhere in between. We do not know, right? So uh, anyway, I pretty much think that it would be a really good thing for us because um, if we really develop it, let's say develop AGI in a really good sense, and then uh, well thought way, let's say well thought manner, then I think it could really help us solve a lot of problems. And one thing that I'm really looking forward to is solving mm, um, looking forward to seeing being solved is the problem of mortality, the aging process and dying. So if that could be solved, and that is really possible if we have an ASI, and we could of course do it from other ways, but right now the progress is really slow in comparison to what we could achieve using an super intelligence. So that's way beyond what we can think of. Yeah, that's what I would like to see. Of course, I would like to see on the side of immortality and not on the side of extension. That would be really bad for us as a humanity. So let's go down here. Yeah, this is all about those things. And then let me show you some interesting work that's being done by companies. So DeepMind is one of the companies that's in highlight nowadays, and it was bought by Google. So it's now Google's division, and CEO is Demis Hassabis, very intelligent guy, and he was a game programmer before, and his company DeepMind, along with his partners, they solved the if you can remember, if you have uh, previously seen in the news, they solved the Go problem, and it can beat the humans in Go, and it was not predicted that it would really do that, and people were thinking that it would be a long time before computers can beat Go players. So chess was already done long ago, right? But then Go is something that has a lot of possible space, what you can move, and there is a lot of things you can um, let's say make decision in. So there's a lot of decision space, a lot of big decision tree, and possible space of what decisions you can make at any given time. So it was not really possible with brute force, and but company DeepMind, team of DeepMind, led by Demis Hassabis, they solved the problem, and then it made a big news. So that's the solve of that is Go, right? So go go, and then we could say DeepMind. AlphaGo is the one, yeah. The name is AlphaGo, and that's the program they built for it, and it is pretty unbeatable now by humans. So progress a lot from there too. So that's the about DeepMind. And another interesting company is OpenAI, which was initiated by Elon Musk, and Elon Musk is on the side where he is worried. So Demis is on the side where he's not worried. He wants to, solve the problem of intelligence and then solve other problems with it. So he's pretty much optimistic that, he can really help yeah, build a system that can solve other problems that we have. So we're trying to build a general intelligence that will solve other problems. I think he said something about it's a Apollo project for intelligence, so for the problems. All right, and then we have Elon Musk, who is on the side, who is worried, and he is for he for the same reason he built the OpenAI project, and he started that uh, so that humanity doesn't have to really suffer from AI, but then actually benefit. So we can see the right here the statement says a research company that aims to promote and develop friendly AI in such a way to benefit humanity as a whole. So that's their motto, making it more open to everyone. Okay, so super intelligence. So one of the videos here that I really found interesting was, a panel of top AI thinkers and writers, and of course the researchers who are working on the field right now, such as Demetrius Service, the one we saw earlier, right, in Google DeepMind, Demetrius Service, and we have Nick Bostrom, and then we have Ray Kurzweil, and of course Elon Musk here, and others too. So that's interesting talk and with these panels. So I recommend you watch this too. It's in YouTube. If you search for Elon Musk and Demetrius Service, you'll find this video, or this super intelligence science fiction from Future of Life Institute. Yeah, I think it was done around 2017. Okay, that's also a very interesting one. And yeah, so if you'd like to learn about machine learning, you could do so by learning machine learning algorithms and statistics, of course, background in statistics, or you could of course learn the math required for it. So now you don't have to have already a background before. So yeah, that was about artificial intelligence. Let me switch my screen. I hope you enjoy the video. Be sure to give a thumbs up if you did, and if you did not, you can also give a thumbs down. Just let me know what you think of the video. Give me a response so I can improve for the new videos, and please subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.